Hey you guys, it's your girl Kristen here. I'm a licensed esthetician, an educator, mentor, a YouTuber, and a mom. Speaking of being a mom, Devin is here visiting the studio today. I'm actually here dropping off some items, getting it set up for the week. I have Jessica coming in and doing massage tomorrow. First of all, I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving with your loved ones and you ate a lot of delicious food. But before we get caught up in all of that, I wanted to put a quick word from our sponsor in this video. A lot of you guys who watch my channel are also estheticians. A lot of you guys are in beauty school right now. You're just getting started in your journey. And I assume a lot of you guys are getting ready to take your state board exam. I have a great tool for you guys. I was reached out to by an app developer named Seth, and he introduced to me the Esthetician Exam Guide Center. So this app has over 1,000 practice questions, along with 18 different categories of tests. You can also receive a 3-day free trial period with this app. So I did actually download it myself. I played around with it a bit, and it is very user-friendly. And since it's been a while since I've taken this state board exam myself, I did follow up with a few questions to Seth, and I asked him, you know, where did these exam questions come from? Are you gonna be updating them? Like, I just wanna make sure that, you know, I'm giving my people the best stuff. He said yes, he's planning on updating this app about every 3 months so that the questions are as accurate as possible. He said that he's been working with estheticians and other people in the industry who've been in the industry for a while, and it has received good reviews. It has about 4.7 out of 5 stars on the app itself, and people are enjoying it. Just playing around with it myself, I was able to see, like, yeah, okay, I do remember these questions being similar to the ones that were on the test. Be rest assured, I vetted it out for you, and I would not be promoting it if it wasn't something that I thought was worth your time or your money. But click the link down below, check it out yourself, do the free trial period, share it with, you know, all your esthetician friends. It's also going to be available in my Instagram bio if you ever want to refer back to it. Comment down below if you decide to end up purchasing it. Let me know your experience and maybe any feedback that I can give to Seth about the app. If you clicked on this video, you know what it's about. We are going to be getting into the pros and cons of being a solo esthetician, along with when is it the right time to take the leap of faith and be self-employed and open up your own business. So we're going to be talking about that. I'm going to be giving you some little nuggets of wisdom in this video. So even if maybe you're not in the position where you're wanting to open your place yet, or you already have your own place, support your girl, like this video, subscribe, watch it to the very end, and comment below any feedback that you have. And without further ado, let's get into this content. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I promise you won't be disappointed. Before we get into the content itself, I'll make this real quick. I just wanted to give you a context to when this was filmed, why this was filmed, and why I'm referring to things like module and this course, because this is actually footage that I wasn't planning on releasing to you guys just yet. I told you guys I've been working on relaunching my Going Solo series, which I launched earlier this year as part of Radiance Academy. And it's basically a series where I have dedicated my time and efforts to helping you guys transition into your own practice, much like I did about 1.5 years ago, and how to do it successfully. I did do this course earlier this year, and it went wonderfully. I met 5 beautiful women through this, and I've been able to see their journeys unfold, and I'm just excited to be able to share this with more of you guys and to be a part of your guys' journey. So with that being said, you know, when I offered the course, it was just really difficult to nail down like a time and a date for everybody to be able to like meet. And so I was like, you know what? I think it's just gonna be best long-term to offer this course online. I am working on an online course. I filmed all of it and I have all the footage done, and it's just being edited at the moment. It is hours of footage that I have to edit, and so I know I promised you guys I was gonna be done with it by November. Of course, life happens. I've had some things going on with family, and you know, obviously I'm hiring at the moment too, which I did decide who I'm hiring, so I'm excited to share with you guys that part of my journey. It is coming your way, and I thought, hey, you know what, why don't I give them like a little sneak preview of one of the clips that I have in that course. And I felt it'd be helpful for you guys because I know a lot of you are contemplating, you know, whether you should go solo or not, or when's the right time. And so This video is going to be a clip from the course itself, and it's going to be covering a topic that goes over the pros and cons of being a solo esthetician and being self-employed. And when is it the right time to take that quote unquote leap of faith into being your own boss, and where I was at in my journey, that it made sense for me to do that. And even if you're somebody who's not necessarily like ready to go solo, it doesn't hurt to watch this video. And ultimately you're gonna be supporting me by watching it. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to your girl's channel, and comment below with your feedback. And I hope you guys enjoy it. And I will be tuning in with you here and there to make sure you're paying attention, that you're taking notes. Let's get into it. All right, y'all, so now we're gonna talk about the pros and cons of opening a solo practice. Pros, you're your own boss. You get to dictate your schedule, potentially create some more life balance for yourself, freedom to do as you please, potentially a 6-figure income, and creating lifelong relationships with clients and employees, eventually, if you do decide you want to go in that direction. Cons. You're your own boss. So if you notice, it's both a pro and a con. You're the star of the show. There's no one to bounce off of. There's no one to assume responsibility for things. When you don't want to assume responsibility for them, like, you're the one who's having to manage and deal with clients. It's just all on your shoulders, okay? So you're your own boss. If you're not willing to work, you might not get paid. Your motivation and your efforts are completely dependent on whether you decide to do them or not. Being self-employed is not for everyone. And maybe at the end of this, maybe the end of this course, or maybe at some point in your journey, you're gonna realize being self-employed is not for you. And I want you to know that that's okay. That's why so few people do it. There's such a low percentage of people who work for themselves versus people who work for an employer. And there's nothing wrong with either path. You know, this is to help you to decide if this is right for you or not. And so, hey there, are you still paying attention? All right, I'm glad I got your attention. I'm actually here right now editing the video, and I stopped right here because I was curious myself and I wanted to actually throw in some statistics in here. According to the labor force statistics, the United States self-employment rate is 6.3%. And I'm actually kind of surprised, and I'll throw up the little chart up here so you guys can see it too, but I was actually surprised how low our percentage was compared to other countries. Interesting. And then I also was curious to see like what the income difference was for people who are self-employed versus employed. And I pulled up this one article from Business Insider, and it says a new release from the Small Business Administration Office finds that self-employed people are on average wealthier than their non-self-employed peers. Specifically, the median net worth for self-employed families was $380,000 in 2019, and for the families of the workers, it was $90,000, meaning that self-employed families had a net worth of over 4 times larger than their peers in the workforce. So that's just one article, but I will say, you know, I've made the most money I ever have working for myself. There's definitely more expenses, and I'll obviously get into more of the cons in this video, but food for thought. So make sure you like this video right now, keep on watching, and I will tune in with you guys later. I feel like it's always worth to try things versus looking back and saying, oh, I wish I did that. At least then you're not living with regret. There's no benefits or retirement. You are fully responsible for having that discipline to save, to purchase your own benefits. You are funding your business 100% if you decide not to go the route of getting an investor or getting loans and things like that. I mean, even if you do that, it's still 100% your responsibility. No clients equals no money. So you might have times, and I definitely have had times where they cancel, they reschedule. That means you're out of money for that hour or however many hours that you were supposed to have clients, and that it's a constant investment. Not only you're going to have to invest money into this business initially, but it's going to be a constant investment. It's going to be every single month. You're going to feel like, you know, stressed out purchasing things. I'm not even going to lie to you. Like when I have to go and drop a couple grand on product or retail, it doesn't feel good, but it's all a necessary part of the business. And in the end, you know, if you're doing it the right way, it's going to be returning to you more than what you're putting out. But yes, it is a constant investment, It is, if you want the business to continue to grow and improve, you're gonna have to keep putting your dollars into that improvement. All complaints and suits will go directly to you. A customer is unhappy with something. If someone wants to sue you, it's gonna be directly at you. Of course, we're gonna go over things like licensings and things like that, LLC versus sole proprietor. We'll talk about that more, but there is ways to kind of try to help to cover your own ASS in this, but with proper steps, you know, you won't have to worry about that as much. You can't go and pass a complaint to your manager anymore. It's gonna come directly to you. And then you're gonna be dealing with all kinds of people. I mean, you're not gonna really know every single person that's gonna be scheduling an appointment with you. And it's up to you whether or not you choose a space that you're gonna have walk-ins or if you're gonna do appointment only. I personally have appointment onlys for my business. Still, regardless, I still don't know every single person that's coming into the door. Usually it's a referral, somebody that, you know, I have seen before and they referred me somebody, and that's usually a better outcome. But I have had people come to the door that I've had no connection with. Just know that you're going to be dealing with all kinds of people and you need to be ready for any kind of like situation. And that means you're going to be enforcing policies. So late fees, rescheduling, cancellations, you're going to be handling all of those things. Those aren't going to be the funnest conversations sometimes, especially when people want to try to like push back on them. So just know that you're going to have to be probably like stronger than you ever have. I know for me, I've never been somebody who likes conflict or having like uncomfortable conversations with strangers, but this will definitely get you out of your comfort zone if you decide to work for yourself. You know, let's talk about taking the leap. So when did I know the time was right? For me, and I know this could be different for everybody, but me personally, I think that having at least a year of experience before getting into your own practice is key. At 1 year of experience, it could be working for an establishment like a spa or just another place that offers facials or whatever service it is that you're interested in offering. But to be working for somebody, that's my point, is it could be on a like mentorship basis, or it could be like a paid basis. I think just having some sort of experience outside of esthetician school is going to be completely invaluable. That's where you're going to be able to let out your first jitters. You'll be able to kind of make some mistakes. Hopefully the place that you're going to be working at is going to have a good training program for you. So I know with my spa, it was like the best decision I ever made. I don't even know if I'd be able to confidently go into my own business if I didn't work there. I definitely encourage that. And if you don't want to necessarily work somewhere, maybe you could work part-time while you're opening your business, or you know, you could seek out a mentor in your area. But it wouldn't hurt to try to find somebody who's a little more experienced than you to guide you. Of course, me offering these courses and all that is to help, you know, kind of provide a resource. But of course, I can't go and see all of you in person. It's going to be really, really important to get that in-person experience, actually hands-on doing facials, hands-on dealing with clients. It's just going to be very, very helpful for you in your journey. My spa was very like stringent on knowing ingredients and knowing protocols by heart. Like really challenge yourself to really be an expert at these services. I would encourage you to be in a situation where you know you have a roof over your head, you know you have food on the table, you know that if things go south, you have your basic needs. So thankfully, in this point in my life, I was living with family. You don't want to put yourself in that kind of a situation. You want to make sure that you have your basic needs met before you go and take risks. When I say don't have a plan B, it's like, no, go into this thinking like, this is it, this is what I'm doing. There's no other option, because it's just going to put a little bit more pressure on you to like actually follow through. Because I know for me, I for a long time struggled with having a bunch of ideas and motivation, but never following through. So I didn't really like fully invest. But then once I, you know, moved back home and I had my son and I knew this is what I wanted to do 100%, I really honestly had no backup plan. So what up? It's Kristen and Devin here. Say hi. We are chowing down some dinner right now, and we're just checking in with you to make sure you're still paying attention and that you like this video. Subscribe to your girl's channel right now. Okay, we'll wait. Did you do it? All right. So continue watching. I'm about to get in some really good nuggets of wisdom for you guys. Make sure you comment below what you're enjoying so far, and I'll see you guys at the end of this video. What's the best approach? Only you know your situation the best. Use this as a guideline. You know, my story is my story. Your story is going to be different. And, you know, hopefully I've been able to speak to you at this point in a coaching session to really kind of try to understand your situation better. Truly, at the end of the day, only you're going to know where you're at and what you're willing to sacrifice and potentially lose in this, or gain. Think of it that way too. Like, you have so much to gain, way more to gain than I think you could ever lose. Whatever path it is that you do take, it's gonna be difficult. Whether you work for someone or you work for yourself, it's gonna be difficult and challenging in its own ways. So you deciding to work for yourself is gonna have a set of its own challenges, but it would regardless, even if you decided to go work for somewhere else. Pick your battles, like pick your path. Which hard path do you want to do? Do you want to do it for yourself and gain so much out of it, or go and work for somebody else, or go do something you're not completely happy doing, but it's stable, you know? Like, are you going to be okay with that? If you're okay with that, that's fine, you know? But I just knew at the end of my life, I didn't want to look back and say, man, that was a waste, you know? So only you know your situation. Understand some risks really do need to be taken, but preferably like smart risks, or what I say, calculated risks. And that this is a safe space, like I said, to brainstorm and ask questions. Really just like come together and talk about it together. Schedule a coaching session with me and I'll be able to kind of evaluate your situation a little bit better and come up with the plan for you. Starting out, when you start to when you start to kind of slowly transform this into a full-time career, you might find people don't take you as seriously initially. And so I will be sharing some steps, not in this module, but the next module, about how you can really start to transform people's perception of you and your own perception of yourself as a business person. Start now, you know, it starts by just stepping into that role of yes, I'm a business owner, I'm a businesswoman, I'm a businessman, just really starting to emulate that. And think about think about the actions that you're taking. If you're trying to decide whether or not something is right to do or wrong to do, ask yourself, would the person I'm trying to become do this? Make those decisions as a business person, as an entrepreneur. And that going full-time means it's a continuous investment of money, time, and leisure. But know that there is a reward at the end of this, and that at some point you will be able to have more flexibility. But just know and give your people a heads up, hey, you know what, I'm gonna be opening up my own business. I'm gonna need you to be understanding that I'm not gonna be as available. Just giving, even your significant other or your family or people close to you that you're gonna be a little bit occupied, especially while you're first opening it up. People are gonna give you crap, but if you can try to lessen it in any way, it's just being upfront with the people around you and just saying, hey, this is what I'm doing. I would appreciate if you could just be supportive. If you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say it. It's just what I'm doing. I just want to let you know this is what I'm doing. So let's get into mindset and goal setting. I'll be getting into that in the next video. All right, y'all. Baby's crying, makeup's looking busted. It's time for bed. Let's wrap up this video. Thank you guys so much for making it to the very end. Be sure to like it, comment below with any questions you have, subscribe to your girl's channel, okay? Do it for Devin. The beginning of a new week. I hope you guys have a wonderful, blessed Monday. Okay, Devin. I hope to be releasing, Devin! I hope to be able to release the Going Solo series very, very soon. And as always, I will see you guys back here on Monday for a new video. And until then, stay safe. Love you. Go. Mwah. I love you. Mwah. Thank you. Love you so much. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.